Once you've completed all the locations in town, you'll find yourself here. Your ammo count's also increased to 12. Some versions keep you at 6 though. Once again, you have a choice of where to go. But they have to be done in a specific order. Should be obvious if you've been paying attention. Choose the Prospector first. Just don't take too long or you get sniped while you're standing around like a dumbass. And in case you're wondering, no, it doesn't matter if the Prospector was shot earlier. He's still alive somehow.
No! 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 Look, old man. Mad Dog! No! Shoot the fuse! Shoot the fuse! Please, please, shoot the fuse!
In case you didn't get the hint, you gotta shoot the fuse before the dynamite blows. Shooting the dynamite yourself has the same effect. Man, that was a lot of dynamite to use on one old man.
Oh, thanks, stranger. That was close. You got to hurry. The map to Mad Dog's hideout is in the mine. You got to shoot the lantern to get in the mine. Go for it.
You'll go straight to the mine afterwards. Except for some versions, you'll go back to the signpost. Kaskell. Not that it really matters at this point, depending on what version you're playing. Though it seems on the PS3, shooting the skull counts as the wrong object, so don't do it.
Now this mine is booby-trapped for claim jumpers.
Okay, what he says next is preset, so pay attention. The original game didn't repeat itself. Some of the later versions will on a retry. In at least one version it's totally random, meaning it's different every single time you mess it up. He will say one of 3 things.
You also need to shoot out the pitchfork. You also need to shoot out the shaft number 1 sign. You also need to shoot out the gold mining pan.
The objects can be difficult to make out depending on the video quality, the pitchfork especially, even with the good quality. Sega CD is nice enough to actually mark things due to the low resolution. On some versions, when you're told to shoot the pitchfork, you're actually supposed to shoot the pickaxe. I guess they couldn't see it either. Okay, so what you need to do first is shoot the lantern. Then you shoot whatever he just told you to shoot. If you try coming here before saving the Prospector, then none of the objects will be right. If you take too long, shoot the wrong object, or shoot an object at the wrong time, some versions aren't picky on the order, but better safe than sorry. And now you've found the map. The route it marks is random, so pay attention. Some versions show the map after the next part.
Let's see what kind of a shot you are, Pilgrim. Take a crack at this bottle.
You can shoot the bottles out of the air before they hit the ground. For fun, points, and on the PS3 version, a trophy if you can get 3 of them in a row.
Miss that one. Try another.
The number of bottles he throws, and whether or not you have to hit one to proceed, depends on version.
Nice shooting. Try another one.
So, who made the map? Why was it hidden in the mine?
Try another
And
one.
for what purpose was it even made? Did Mad Dog make it for his men?
No, you better get out there and find Mad Dog.
And that's the mine done. All that's left to do is go to the hideout. Welcome to the hideout. You'll be given a choice between left or right. You'll have to remember which way the map said to go. Choose correctly and you're at the next action scene. But if you choose wrong, if you come here before getting the map, both directions will be wrong. Also note that if you get shot at any point during the hideout, you get sent back to the start. You will have to re-navigate the turns, but you won't have to redo any completed action sequences. The hideout scenes are oriented depending on which direction you went. Some versions are just random. The contents are the same though. This scene is random. There's only 3 possibilities. On some versions, the hideout scenes do not follow the normal random set. Instead, each enemy pops up twice. No more, no less. It's a bit trickier, but you can still figure out where the enemies are going to pop up next. Another choice. Choose well. The rest of the scene is random. Some versions it's all random. This is a tough one. There are 7 different possibilities. The good news is the enemies all pop up in the upper half of the screen. You don't need to look anywhere below this point. This guy again. He does take noticeably longer to pop up than anybody else though. Do note that his fixed appearance does not count as part of the random set. Now, depending on the route you were given, you might already be done with the hideout, or you might have another path to navigate. Yet another choice. You know what to do. So once again, it's random. It's much easier than the previous scene though. There's only 3 possibilities. On at least one version, he takes a while to pop up, preceded by noise. This guy is the fastest. One more choice to make. Well, I hope you remember which way that boy told you shouldn't go, so you can make your choice accordingly. If you guess wrong... guess right and you're at the next scene. Kaskell. I wouldn't shoot it yet, though. So what, was he just waiting behind that barrel the whole time? As the game subtly just hinted, you gotta shoot the smokestack, or perhaps the Kaskell part of the smokestack. I don't know if any versions are more picky. Just don't take too long, lest you be sniped by Cowboy Charles Bronson. Now's a good time to get those bullets, because you want as many as you can. On the DVD version, you don't even shoot this guy for some reason. Now, it's not going to look like anything's happening. The only confirmation you get that you're hitting these guys is that you don't die. You also don't shoot this guy on the DVD. There's 4 guys in all. You're going to want to stop shooting after this point.
Wait! Forget about me! Mad Dog's got my daughter inside!
Mad Dog got a pen, paper, and wrote out this note in the time it took you to storm his hideout. Kaskell, this scene is random. This is probably the hardest scene in the game, although the number of enemies you have to shoot depends on the version. Enemies will pop up in any of these 5 windows. The enemy will either be full in the window, in the corner, or peeking out from the side. Although they could be either on the left or the right. There's 1 of each type in every window, making a total of 15 possible enemies. I'm pretty certain some versions don't use all the possibilities, but I'm certainly not going to check them all. This guy makes a groaning noise for some reason. This one also produces a noise. Now, depending on your version, you could have to deal with as little as 5 guys, or every single one.
You were one tough hombre to make it this far. The mayor's daughter's tied up in the feed and grain. Only one thing between you and her now. Mad Dog.
That's my turn, stranger!
Showdown. Mad Dog is a lot faster than all those other chumps you fought up until now. What's more is you might find he's impervious to your bullets. If you save the bartender's life, you'll know what the secret is. You gotta shoot Mad Dog in the head. Alternatively, some versions, namely the later ones, you shoot him in his gun hand instead. You haven't won yet. Ow! Somehow getting shot in the face does nothing more than cause Mad Dog to drop his gun. Gotta say, shooting the gun out of his hand made more sense. You gotta shoot him in the head again. Or alternatively, now you shoot him in the head.
It's all right, honey. We're saved. We're all saved. The stranger saved us. We're mighty beholden to you, stranger. It's all right now. We're all gonna be okay.
I got a bad feeling. We're gonna need you again, stranger.
Ow! Oh, God, that went all the way to the brain.